Hi, Year Twos. I'm going to go over the English for week 4. I'm just going to share my screen so you can see the slides as I'm speaking. Okay. So for week 4, just like we had last week, you'll see the camera. This lets you know that's the work that we would like you to take a photo of and send to your LA. Our learning intentions and success criteria are here for spelling, reading, and writing. Okay, so our focus for reading this week is reading with expression. Now, expression is really important when you're reading out loud. It means that your voice is changing. It might go high, low, depending on the text or depending on the character's feelings. You might remember when your LA read to you a book, her voice or his voice doesn't sound one level. It rises, it falls, there's more expression. Okay, so we're going to try and practice that in the 2 reading lessons for this week. What's important to remember is when you're choosing a book for this particular task, it needs to be an easy book, okay? Because we're focusing on the skill of expression. If you choose a book that's too hard, you're going to be worrying about working out what the word says instead of thinking about the skill of expression. So it's really important to choose an easy book. So you might have an easy book that you know of at home, or you can jump onto Wooshka and have a look at one that you think would be suitable. Before you start reading, go through the text and have a look at is the text bolded? Is it bigger, smaller? Does the text shape change? Are there speech bubbles? All this is going to matter when you go to read the text out loud. Once you've chosen an appropriate text, I want you to practice reading it. Pretend like you're the teacher and you're sitting there and reading to your class. You want to make it entertaining. Otherwise, the person that's listening to you read might find it a little bit boring. You don't want to sound like a robot. So have a go. Then when you feel confident that you think you're able to do it, record yourself. So you might ask someone to record you, or you can just set up your device facing you, press record, and then read to the device. What's important is to watch it back, because this is when you're going to see where you can improve, okay? You might like to ask yourself, what could I have done better? Or there might be a page where you're going to go back and reread it because you noticed some punctuation, like exclamation marks, or there might be talking marks, which obviously means that our voice has to change. Our voice should change when characters are speaking as well. It shouldn't sound like yourself. So your voice should either rise or fall. As well as when we get to a full stop, we know that when we get to a full stop, we need to pause for a moment or take a breath. It adds to the meaning of the text. Lesson 2, we want you to listen to Go Noodle. It's a bit of a fun dance song that they compare reading like a robot to reading with someone with expression. Okay. Now, for the reading lesson 2 tasks, there are 2 videos here. The 2 videos are of 2 different people reading the same book. This book has lots of different text. Some texts are big, some are small. The text changes shape. So listen to both of them, and I want you to take note which one read it better, which one was more entertaining, and why did you like it better, okay? The next slide is answering the questions about those 2 videos. So which reader read with better expression? What did they do with their voice to engage the audience? And the audience is you. So which one did you sit there and listen to and think, yeah, I really like that, or that made me smile, that made me laugh because of the way they changed their voice? And what did you notice about the text that helped the reader to read with expression? So were the exclamation marks, did the text change? Did the reader pay attention to the characters and the way they were feeling? Next lesson is your spelling. There is a list of words on the screen that you might like to choose from. You can choose up to 10 words, or if you have a book that you were reading that you came across some words that you think, oh, I'm not sure how to spell that, or you might look back at your writing tasks from last week. There might have been some words in there that you think, you know what, I really should learn how to spell those. They can be your spelling words. So you choose up to 10 of them. Once you've done that, you can do a look, cover, write check if that's what suits you. Otherwise, if you have a different way of learning how to spell your words, that's great. I want you to have a look when you're spelling the words, have a look at the word. Is there smaller words in that word that will help you remember? Are there double letters? Are there digraphs or blends that you've learned how to be aware of that are in those words that are going to help you spell them? So that's your spelling lesson 1. Then for writing, because this weekend is Mother's Day, so I thought for lesson 1 we could draft a message for mum for inside your card that you're going to make. So in the pink box is an example of one that I have done, and in the grey box is your instructions, okay? And you'll see like arrows coming off my text, like who is it to, the occasion, which is Mother's Day, the message, details of why you love your mum and who it's from. The detail part is important. This is what differentiates you to let your mum know that, yeah, I can use examples to explain to you why I love you so much. So have a go at writing that. Lesson 1 is your draft. Once you've done your draft, I want you to do the second part of this lesson, which is editing your writing. Go back and have a look for spelling, full stops, capital letters. Have a look, can you add some punctuation marks to make it more entertaining or engaging for mum? You need to hold on to this particular piece of writing because you will need it for your lesson 2. So lesson 2, get your edited piece from the day before that you would have done it. You need to choose a piece of paper that you're going to write your good copy on. If there's no lines, draw some lines. It'll just make your handwriting a lot neater. Once you've done that, put it aside, and then you're going to make a card. I've got 2 videos here of how to draw a Mother's Day card. You can use those examples, or if you have an idea in your mind of how you would like your card to look, more than welcome to do that. You can use white paper, colored paper, anything you like. On the next slide, there's just some pictures of some ideas that might help you choose what your front cover of your card is going to be like. Once you've done your front cover, put your writing on the inside, and then you can give it to mum on Sunday for Mother's Day. And your last English task is handwriting. So complete 10 minutes of handwriting in your handwriting book. I hope that that helps you out. You will have Google Meets as well this week. So if you get stuck on anything, please let the LA that's doing the Google Meet know. And happy learning.